Look at that. Very cool. All the troops moving behind. This game can look absolutely gorgeous. Hello guys, and welcome to a new Regiments video today by me, Vulcan. In this one, I'm going to be starting Black Horse Mad Dash, the finale of the original 7 operations in the game. Let's read through it. The gap between the GSFG and follow-up reinforcements offers a unique opportunity. 5th Corps will strike deep, and the 11th Armoured Cavalry Regiment will be the tip of the spear. The date is the 22nd to the 24th of June 1989. Our unit is the 11th Armoured Cavalry Regiment of the 5th US Corps CENTAG. Colonel, while the Soviet onslaught is running out of steam, the 1st Belgian, 3rd German Corps area is still in chaos, with reforger reinforcements making little difference. On the southern front, the limited skirmishes are escalating as the Czechoslovakian armies start their belated movement, while the French remain reluctant to commit the bulk of their forces. No surprise, we are hearing rumours of Germany discussing a ceasefire, even at the de facto borders. Up high, command thinks they are missing the bigger picture. The Soviets are spent, and the follow-up forces are decisively stuck fighting the insurrection in Poland. GSFG bloodied our first-line corps good, but now it is a few good strikes away from collapsing. 5th Corps has enough strength to deliver such a strike on its own. A two-pronged attack aimed at crippling the rear infrastructure of both Soviet 8th Guards Army and East German 3rd Army, concentrated around Erfurt. J-Star's airborne radar system will be providing regular updates for our forces. As long as it's in the air, we will have practical omniscience. A growing number of disillusioned Volksarmy troops are turning to the nascent Freie Deutsche Republik. It's more of an idea than an actual organization, but these unlikely allies can be useful, especially as Bundeswehr is not ready to commit to a counter-offensive. A long path awaits. Begin preparations. There are 4 stages to this operation, with multiple phases in each, so it's going to be definitely a long operation. Our objectives are as follows. We need to pass the Allied lines, penetrate enemy forward defences, and disrupt enemy supply and rear assembly areas. Let's have a quick look at the troops that we're getting access to today. We have some M3A2 CFV Bradleys, which are a recon with TOW2 launchers, which is very, very nice. We get the M1A1 Bradleys, M1A1 Abrams. We have M2A2 Bradleys with infantry. We've got the airborne coming in Humvees. We've got some Apaches, you'll love to see it, the Vulcan minigun, the M728 CEV, and the M107 mortars with the supply there as well. Let's just check out some of the task forces that we might get access to. So there's some extra tanks. This is the Armoured Task Force, Fury, M1 IPs, and some infantry to back them up. Then there's the artillery one that comes with some M109s, some more significant artillery with more mortars. There's a helicopter team of AH-1F Cobras. What does that actually upgrade to? Do you get anything extra with that? There is Humvee HQ units that come in. There's also A-10 Napalm at the end of that one. That's kind of cool. There's also DPICM M109s at the end of the artillery group. And the tanks actually upgrade to M1A1 HAs eventually, which is very cool. But moving on to the Gladiator Mechanized Task Force, we have the M2A2 Bradleys, which eventually get joined by Chaparrals and M901 ITVs and A10 gun runs. We get the Arthur one, which is the East Germans that have switched sides, BMP 1P Riflemen, BTR 152 Reservists, and some Sani mortars with artillery smoke eventually. And there's also the Recon Task Force of Spirit, which provides us with OH-58D Recon Kiowas and Humvee TOW2s. Are these Humvee ITOs? No, they are TOW2s. And eventually M109A3 DP ICM, which is cool. Alright, well, I'm not quite sure if I want to bring in an extra one of these. Getting the heavy tanks here is probably going to be pretty important. The M1A1HAs are really good, and so we'll want to make good use of those. I'm tempted to bring in the the switch size East Germans just because I think that would be fun to use. And then potentially Task Force Spirit because it has a mix of extra recon, the Humvee tows, which could be useful, and then the M109 DPICM, which I think would be fun as well. We also get A10 guided bombs out of that. So let's just go back to this. For now, I think I'm just going to pile points into the deployment points here, and we'll add some extra supply. Our operation log, passage of lines. The heavily attrited 5th Battalion, 18th Infantry, holds the line near Hofbiber village. Hofbiber, I mean, that might be. Your task is to do a combat passage of its lines. Help them defend against the last-ditch attacks, then break the weakened enemy positions in the sector. Okay, that's going to be our first thing to do at Hunfeld, and that's probably how it's pronounced. Alright, let's check out our events. We've got 3 negative events in this one and 1 positive, which is not ideal. The first one is reduced HQ command radius, reduced SAM accuracy. There's recon focus, which gives an extra recon tactical aid available during the phase. The battle group, which is a strong enemy group, will arrive during this phase, destroy it to gain operational authority, and then there is supplies disrupted, which is supply platoons cannot be deployed, external supplies are not available. This could be something to do later on. This is something that I think we're going to do early on, the electronic warfare, and then once we've got more task groups we can use this, so we'll probably go electronic warfare, recon focus, battle group, supplies disrupted. Let's go to battle. Black Horse Mad Dash, Phase 1, Hunfeld, 8 AM. There is a lot of troops already on the field, which is interesting. They are set up in defensive positions. Some M13s. And also some Bradleys up at the front there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're definitely going to bring out our recon Bradleys. That's for sure. Definitely bring out both of the M1A ones. I'm actually just be able to bring out everything because I invested into all of these points. Looks like it's going to be pretty close. We'll definitely bring in our mortars, bring in the Vulcan AA, bring in the M3A3s, and then we can bring in the AH-64. Yeah, I can pretty much bring in everything, which is fantastic. Okay, so I'm just going to unpause, and we'll get going. So it seems as though defensive positions are marked by these crosses. Our victory points require us to hold Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot. In order to win, we have to capture this one and go to the next stage. Or at least to move on to the next stage, we need to do that. I think that's only the exit zone that matters, or at least gives us victory points, so we'll go for this one for sure, which means going through Hunfeld. Might also just be worth cutting off warehouses over here. So let's go and do that, because that does give us quite a lot of operational authority as well, and it looks like it might prevent the artillery here from being so much of a problem. So let's just shift units over to the right hand side here. We'll make sure to fast move so things don't move through the forests. Alright, what do these Apaches have access to? The 30mm autocannon, rockets, and Hellfire HGMs. Okay, they do get Hellfires. Just realised I can do this. Look at that. Very cool. All the troops moving behind. This game can look absolutely gorgeous. It quite often looks absolutely gorgeous, especially when you zoom in. All our units are zooming forwards. But we'll have to probably swing the AH-64 out wide here and get like a line of sight at max range so it can use its hellfires without being shot down. But the plan for me is to allow the Bradleys and the M1A1s to move up over the top here and just start obliterating everything below. We'll wait for the infantry to be in position as well. This is infantry that comes with the Bradleys, so that'll be helpful. But yeah, if we push them all at the same time, that will give us a big push. I left my supply behind. Oops. Well, they should get over here relatively quickly. It's just a truck. So my plan is to kind of sit up on the backside here. And then what we're going to do is unload these. So I guess these are being marked by the aircraft that we've got access to. So we probably want to make as much use of that as possible throughout this phase. Need to be careful with these. That is a very concentrated amount of forces that I'm pushing forwards there. Gonna keep pulling these back. Don't want to lose those Bradleys. Wow, that was intense. Big firefight. I think my AH-64s were using some of their hellfires there, which is good. But we can fix up all of the damaged ones using our supply. I should keep at least one of the Bradleys up here. Hellfires are doing a good job. Here comes the supply. Good. Okay. We've just got to take out this armoured unit, whatever this is. Well, they're T-64 B1Bs. They're actually pretty tanky. Oh, that is AA. Got to be careful. Good, there we go. The supply's doing its thing. If we can kill the shellcat, that's actually going to enable us to use the Apaches a bit more. Our supply is getting drained. That is crazy. So is this on like hold fire or something? Might have an X next to it. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we've killed the majority of the units over here. I need to get my infantry unit now to move up. We'll retreat my supply in the meantime. These airborne units can load back up. Right, that should be it for that right hand side. I think we did a really good job there. That was actually pretty efficient as well. We'll let the M106s soften up the defences down here, absolutely. And we'll start to make a push towards that soon. These are doing a lot of damage, actually. I didn't have my M728s joining in that, did I? I'm actually just going to retreat these. It's going to take a little while for the supply to get back over here anyway. The Humvees are fast, so we can just retreat those and bring them in with the infantry eventually. But what I'm going to have to do is get the supply to come and fix up these M1A1s while we still have enough of them. Yeah, it's time to push a little bit further forwards here. Break down the rest of these defences.
Zone captured.
Get an extra 20 seconds to work with. We get 75 operational authority from capturing that. The MP1P is going down very quickly. These are actually quite high veterans units. So are mine. I'm going to need infantry, though, to get through here. Let's just bring everything that needs ammo up onto the hill. Oh, that's not good. Because they're going to have to leave. We are being flanked pretty hard. There's a lot of enemy units coming in on that side. HGM's flying everywhere. So these riflemen, they have... oh no, it's just the BMP-1Ps actually using those. Interesting. Okay, we'll just let that stay set up. I really just need my Apaches to get reloaded. Meanwhile, we'll rush the airborne over to the M728s. That's a lot of infantry that we're going to dismantle, which we should be able to. I'm going to leave these M3A1 or A2s here. Oh, that's not good. Those rifles do have Strellas, so don't actually need to be that close if we can't see them. This is going to use up the majority of that supply, isn't it? Okay, those units are shifting to the left side. I do have access to MRS DP ICM, but not really useful in this scenario. Fall back with those. Did we lose one? We didn't. We are going to lose these Humvees, though, if I'm not careful. Used up all our supply once again. It might actually still be worth using if they're going to blob up. Because it will kill BMP2s, and oh, those are T-80UDs, I didn't realise. Okay, definitely. If we can make them hold in a position, then yeah, for sure. Good ambush. Took them out nice and easy. The smoke's actually going to save us here. And I'm going to push forwards in the meantime. Let's drop the Hammer-RS DPICM there. It's quite a lot of units in that position. Big push coming in on the left side as well. Perfect. Look at that. That's a lovely, lovely attack. Right, let's finish off these last two units. Oh, it's actually AA. Okay. Get my supply back in. We're going to be running low on supply soon. It's good that these ones are firing across into the side of this attack. We can follow through there pretty nicely, actually. Because that's just mortars, right? Oh no, it's Malgutkas. And this is Tunguskas. But either way, both of those vulnerable to my heavy tanks. Oh, careful of the side armor there. These may be heavy tanks, but side shots still hurt. As soon as we can get through Hunfeld and then get into Grove, that'll be really nice. And then we can just push Rail Station, take these. Although those two are worth 150 between them. But, oh, that's a lot of stuff coming in on the right-hand side there. I mean, if we can take Hunfeld, then it forces them to come over here anyway. So I think the plan is to let them have that for now, and then we'll go back and take it in a moment. That is a lot of units coming in all the time. You know, I can't bring in any extra units anyway, having put 3 choices into operational authority already. But we have a nice defensive position here. I need to make use of it. The AH-64 Apaches are doing a lot of work for us. These need to fall back.
Five minutes remaining.
A lot of units coming in. It's T-64s again.
Zone captured.
Well, we've taken Hunfeld. It would be kind of unfortunate if we're unable to capture at least warehouses before the end of this phase. We need the extra operational authority. Especially if we're going to break through next time. Let's use smoke on these ones at a distance to make them come closer. them back. Good. Pull these back. I might need to retreat those. They're in a really bad position. Drop some more smoke in front of these. Force them to come forwards. Oh, they're shooting my AH-64s. Let's just have them retreat. We're going to have to somewhat savour our supply. So many more units still coming in on this right hand side. You can just see them constantly coming in.
What's next? We'll go.
Those are just mortars at close range, so my limited men that I have left here, 5 airborne guys can take them out, I'm sure.
Contact, run, 1,000. What's next? We're getting a lot of fire here. Affirmative, over. We've got multiple wounded.
Oh no, there goes the airborne. They're gonna get ripped up as they try and retreat as well. Not good news.
Too much. Move out.
They're completely destroyed, we lost the veterancy.
Orders. We'll go. Out.
Just ran out of steam
Zone
completely.
captured.
At least I might be able to chew up these tanks with the Apaches, assuming I can stay out of range of the AA there.
Ready. Roger. Out.
Good.
1 minute remaining.
I'd say if we hold on to Hohenfeld and warehouses, it should give me enough to be relatively happy with how phase 1 has gone here.
Got it. Pushing out.
I was hoping to take a bit more, but that was some crazy counterattacks coming in.
What's next? Roger. Will do.
Gonna break through the rest of these defenses in order to capture all of these sectors. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult, but that's gonna be the end of phase 1.
Ready.
There it is. So we definitely went positive in terms of KD. Unfortunately, I did lose my airborne unit at least once, so I lost the veterancy on them. And a lot of my units did get pretty low, but that was a ton of enemies coming in. Let's move on to the next phase and see what we have to work with. So we have 124 operational authority. We're definitely going to want to get those airborne units back up to full strength, so that is certainly going to be the first click. I should probably consider bringing in some more infantry, I think. Honestly, these East Germans in this situation where I am now, probably a good shout. So I'm going to call them in and we'll restore my tanks as well. Let's just pop them back up to full strength, and my mortars doesn't really matter. I think that's fine. I don't need to spend on the Humvee unit anymore. I guess we can. That's 2 more units actually. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Great. Okay, so Hohenfeld. Time to break through. We will take the supplies disrupted, because there's only 200 supply left anyway. So let's go with that. Supply platoons cannot be deployed, external supplies are not available. We'll have to just retreat stuff basically as we go. The best way to do that will be to retreat everything, almost all at the same time, and then make another push, and then retreat everything and make another push. Black Horse Mad Dash Phase 2. Let's go. Alright, so most of my troops are going to be starting pretty far up anyway. Can I bring these in at the front? I cannot. Okay. Well, we're going to bring in all of my infantry here and the AH-64s.
What's next? Affirmative, over.
And we're going to move through to Grove, which we should be able to take relatively quickly. So we actually have 253 supply in battle still, actually, so that's not too bad. But the one thing that I do need to probably do more often is just use up the AH-64 ammunition and then push or retreat them and then bring them back again, like as quickly as possible. These are now elites, so should be able to do a lot of damage very quickly.
What's next? We'll go. Out.
Only a matter of time until these reveal enemy positions.
Orders. Got it. Pushing out. Heads up. Enemy contact.
We're gonna smoke this side. I don't like them shooting into my side up like that. We want to focus on these ahead of us.
Enemy sent back up. Got it. Pushing out.
So we use up all the rockets, we use up all of the 80 gems, and then the idea is to move in there, cap that. Anytime units are getting low, we can cycle them out actually, because we've got extra units now. It's not too bad. That's all of the units at Grove defeated. Right, these need to leave. However, we will leave space to bring them back. Friendly BMP ones coming in. Interesting to see. 4 more units here that we've got to deal with. How long did the Apaches take to come back? 30 seconds. Okay, yeah. So, not a bad idea to just retreat them and get them back that way. Probably should have been doing that initially instead of using up supply. I'm curious if these reservists can push through and attack this unit over here. We'll just keep the supply with the M106 actually. That's not a bad idea. Oh, we are hitting them with everything right now. Very, very hard. At this range, the M1A1's really accurate, even if they are dug in. Let's just sit the M3A2, sorry, on the edge of Grove. We can also use our DP ICM, which I'll probably do maybe on this right hand side here. Let's just smoke off closer to us. Looks like smoking further back actually was the play. We're going to capture Grove before we can capture this. It's the only reason we're not. My reservists not doing too great. I'm going to get my airborne to dig in over here.
Zone captured.
And I think I'm going to use the artillery DP ICM over here onto these 3 units. We can artillery smoke these units to make them come closer. Hopefully that will work. It might be just off actually. Very good. This BMP-1P rifleman is going to be the defender of Rail Station. I will probably go capture these this phase, and then we'll head back the other way and try and capture these before the end. Meanwhile, we're not taking too much damage here. So,
Zone captured.
I'm in fact going to repair these Bradleys on the front line. No big counterattack just yet. The J-Stars just showing some more reinforcements coming in there, looks by the looks of things.
What's next? Got it. Pushing out.
So I should probably try and dig in a little bit.
Orders. Roger. Will do.
Right, that is draining our supply. But let's have the recon start to shift forwards a bit more.
Roger. Multiple thermals. Please advise. Listening. Solid copy.
These are Malyutkas. That's an easy kill, and we can take out these. Brilliant. Split into 2 squads there.
Ammo red. Requesting resupply.
These Apaches have done their job. They broke down these defenses very well. Now, these units haven't moved on us, so they might just be defending the spawn. They're just kind of there to stop the player spawn camping too much. Those are only B1s. Good, right, we can move forwards these. I'm going to bring my Humvee unit over here, my airborne. Because it looks like that is everything done here. So now we're going to go back over to Mine West and Eiterfeld, and we will capture both of those.
What's next?
10 minutes left on the clock. I think we've got enough time to push through here. We'll get my reservists back in. We can get the Apaches back in. Get both of these into defensive positions. Mortars are firing away. I don't have my Vulcan over here. That's not good. Those rockets didn't do too much.
Zone captured.
You have satisfied the stage's exit condition. After this phase is concluded, you may advance to the next stage by using the management. Okay. It's fine. Assuming that we hold this by the end of the phase. Here come the Apaches creeping forwards again. Maybe I can go below them. Very cool. Alright, in we go. Let's cap that quick. There is a unit on the backside here. That might just be AA. With bad line of sight at the moment. No real way to fix up my M1A1s because I don't have any supply to bring in. If it's infantry, we're actually kind of in a bad spot because I'm not going to be able to get in there soon. I do have... Actually, I've got these two units on the way, so they'll be able to help us break through. Maybe I don't even have to, like, care about that unit. We're actually behind their defenses here. This is going to smash the rest of them. Yeah, that is AA, as I imagined it might be. Well, my M3A2 should rip them apart. They are gone. I will leave this M1A1 back here.
Zone captured.
I will want to push into the back of Heiterfeld. Right, that's those used up. I think we'll shift around to the backside of Heiterfeld West first. Oh, that's going to be 264 B1Bs, which we're shooting in the back, so all good. They're going to go down very fast. That's the last unit in Heiterfeld East. Let's completely cap Heiterfeld West as well. Oh, that's not good. We're going to have to smoke this. Not my M1A1s, leave me alone. Run! Close, almost lost that unit entirely. I don't want to lose the veterancy on my heavy tanks, that would be awful. I go on reservists. We're going to get total domination and this phase is actually going to end early. So we've done very well indeed.
Zone captured.
And there it is. The MP2s don't stand a chance at that range versus the chain gun of the Bradleys. And that's it. Total domination. As soon as we capture that flag.
What's next?
We lost one of these. That's not good. Alright, with that, we'll move these into position to defend over here. These can all leave
5 minutes
so that I
remaining.
can reinforce them and get them back to full
Zone
strength.
captured. Total domination achieved.
But that should be it. Stage concluded. That went really well. It wasn't as intense as the first time around, so it definitely allowed us to keep up our momentum, whereas last time we were getting hit back very, very hard indeed. That was a solid phase. So in this next phase, we have access to 335 operational authority. But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. I'm going to have to leave it here. And let's just have a look at Tiebreaker and Stampede, which are the two. Phase 2 is what we just played out. We'll read that next time, and then we'll continue with Stampede in Breitungen. Interesting. All right, well, that was fun. Again, intense. That's what I like. When there's a lot of units fighting all at once, this game really does like combined arms well. And those sorts of engagements that we saw today really sort of emphasized that. So really, really enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys did too. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.